Hi, on this Easter Monday, Easter holiday weekend. See, today I didn't forget it was Monday, even though, you know, it's the day off. It did feel like Sunday this morning. However, that said, happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody's had a wonderful Easter break. Okay, it's Cheryl Anderson here, and my topic today is actually relevant to something that happened to me on the weekend, so it's a bit current, let's say. And I cried quite a lot, so if my eyes are very red and they look red, they are red. I'm trying to sit a bit further away. Anyway, enough of, vanity, because women's emotional health is much more important than our vanity, than worrying about, are my eyes red, is my lipstick straight, and all this stupid crap that we get caught up in. And while we do it, we negate who we are. We give away who we are because we keep trying to live to this idea of something. Now today, it's about knowing when to step away when things get overwhelming. Now, I'm an overthinker from way back. I mean, it's something I've only learned fairly recently to, and not get over it. I don't know that I'll ever get over it because it's part of who I am, I just think it's. However, the problem being is the overthinking can actually pull me away from reality. And I'm speaking from my own perspective here. Pulls me away from reality to the point where all this stuff's going on in my head and I don't even notice how big it's become. I don't even notice that it's all-encompassing. Do you know? And then how I learned to stop it was I could feel it coming because my body would be a bit weird. I'd feel it was just weird. And it was only when I decided to start to look at these things did I even notice that my body was feeling these ways. So in learning to look at overthinking was also where I realized that I should have taken a break from it hours before or days before, whichever the situation is, and tended to myself, let's say, like self-care, instead of allowing it to get crazy, which then you start to get into emotional self-harm where you'll stay in something, whether it's good or bad for you. It's this crazy eddy of drama. And look, I've got to tell you, women, we can take it on. We can have multiple thoughts on lots of different things. We think differently to men. End of story. It's proven. I'm not going to go into it here, but it's proven. If you want proof, I can steer you in the direction. So for me, it was really having to stop and realize that I needed to be more onto and ready to pull myself out of something, even if it's just for 5 minutes, before it gets to that point where I'm so snowed under with it and I'm so down and I'm so dense and heavy, my vibration has sunk. I even look at my face. I look 150 years old. I can see it in my eyes. It's like my child inside is crying out, saying, please, will you stop harming yourself? Will you just take 5 minutes for yourself? So in the realization of this, I rehoned these, I put them down here, 5 things I do for myself, right? I hadn't really thought about them in a list form until I was doing this. So I thought, rightio, I'll just type it up in a list. Return. Come back to the now from where I am, from wherever headspace I've gone off to with how many million things I'm thinking about and how bad I feel or how crap or out of control or worthless or down. If I can just return to the moment, come back here, because everything lives in the moment, right? It's the only place you can live and do anything. Can't go to the past, can't go to the future, right? I've covered this in other videos. 2, relax. Because always they'll be like this. My gut will be up, my shoulders will be up. So the relax is however you do it yourself. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now 3, regroup my thoughts, because once you've got so many things you're thinking about, it's really hard. It's like a room full of 100 crazy kids. At the very beginning, they all came in one at a time. You learnt their name, you knew what they had on, all these little things. However, as time goes on and they start racing around and the room becomes crazy, and the kids actually represent a thought, all right, on a like an analogy. So they're screaming and running around and bumping into each other and making a mess and running into you, and one screams louder than the other. You can imagine that eventually those 100 kids are just a blur. You don't remember names, you don't remember anything. You're just like so beaten down by the noise and the drama and the chaos. Well, this is what happens with our thoughts, the exact same thing. So the regrouping is to realize that a lot of the time whenever I come back, I actually come back and I realize 3/4 of the drama has nothing to do with the drama. So regroup, and then once I've done that, it's reward. You know, for me, it's just simply feeling happy that I actually stopped the madness for a minute, that I actually stopped it, me. So that alone for me is a reward. Now, it might mean go have a cup of tea, a bit of chocolate, sit on the balcony, pat your dog, I don't know, read a magazine, something. But the reward has to be something of value to you, not anybody else. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. It could be going to have a bath. It could be anything. And then number 5 is you restate what's going on. And like I've written here, what restate? Reword the situation to myself, taking out the should, can't, and won't kinds of words and replace them with could, can, and will kinds of words. And that's by changing the negative words. I'll be amazed with what comes up next. Hey, Lenny. Now, in doing this, even though it didn't make my problem go away, it did, however, put me in a much better position to be able to like negotiate my way out, or negotiate a fix, a plan, a something to get to where I need to be. Because it's, you know, like I said, it was a difficult time on the weekend and lots of crying, and, you know, it's a bit, we have them. No one is so together that they don't have moments like this. I don't care if they say they don't, they're a bloody robot or they're lying. And in fact, you know what, if I didn't have them, I'd wonder if I was human. Do you know? I mean, I like a challenge. I don't like it in the middle of the challenge. Hell no, because it's horrible. But like I've said in other videos, if I knew what was coming up, no way would I do it. I'd run away. Obviously, no one wants pain. You know, remember the 2 things that we love for humans, and it's what consumerism is based on. Whatever brings you joy, you want more of that, or whatever takes pain away, you want more of that. So most great lessons come as, well, all great learning is born of pain. So that I've known for years. So when I'm in it, I just want to sit with it, not run away, because I just don't want to run away from anything anymore. So I sit with it. I go through these 5 things, and I get to a point where I realize self-care is way more important to me and my well-being than trying to be right or work a problem out in record time, or I don't know, whatever stupid superhuman ideas I think I had of who I was or who I am and what I should do and how I should be dealing with things. Like, bullshit. The fact is, if I don't stop, if I don't find where the point is in a problem where I should break away and take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 day, a week, whatever, everybody's unique, then I'm going to be at the mercy of these kinds of situations, and I'm not going to be a well girl. And I'm not going to get where I want to go. I'm not going to have a happy life. I'm certainly not going to have a happy body. Because let's face it, when things hit the roof and things are emotionally difficult, forget it. Your whole body's like skew-if. It's all over the shop, right? It's just how it is, and we all know this to be true. So today, my message is find your set point by knowing, not the story, by knowing in your reaction as you to the situation. When is it time to just stop, take a break? Because like I've also said in here, you know, and I believe this to be very, very true. Where is it here? Oh, I can't find it. It's about women, how amazing we are. But it's about being not made of stone. I can't believe I just can't find it. Anyway, we are amazing. We are fantastic. We are strong. We are many, many, many things, but we are not made of stone, and nor are we meant to be. No, we are not meant to weather things that long, to keep going into something that's so negative. It just has this ridiculously reverse effect on us. So try to, when you get to a time when you know you're overwhelmed, you're burdened, or it's too much, or you just can't take it on. Imagine the 100 kids running around in the room. It's okay to take all the sharp objects out, lock the door, and go and let the kids run around. It's simply about your own self-care, your own safety, and your own well-being. So after this weekend, that's my lesson for me, and I thought it would be valuable for other women as well. Because you know what? None of us are perfect. No. Some, we try to pretend, we all put on a good front, and we all like to look nice and look presentable and our prettiest or our happiest or our most successful or our most resilient, all the popular things. Well, it's not like that all the time. Actually, 98% of the time, or 75 or whatever, it's just not like that. And I think when we can share with each other when we are not doing great and what kind of strategies do we use to get out of it, then we are human. Anyway, that's for me for today. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for listening to my video. I appreciate it. And all of these videos I also send over to my YouTube channel. So they're difficult to find here in the wonderful Facebook. So anyway, they're over there if you want to watch them. There's quite a few now. Okay, that's it for the wonderful Monday that I didn't forget was a Monday, even though it's a holiday. Take care, be kind to yourself, and read the last thing in my message here. The if you won't tell yourself, then I will. Please read them. Because when I was typing them, I was crying because I realised they were a message to myself. Anyway, enough for now. Have a good day. Take care and enjoy the rest of your holiday Monday. And I'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye for now.